160, it's my life. It just continues to go forward from The Apprentice. Donald Trump. 161, together, we will determine the course of America and the world for years to come. We will face challenges. We will confront hardships, but we will get the job done. Donald Trump. 162, I have made really some significant deals because I play golf. Donald Trump. 163, have very good executives and great children. They're very good. Donald Trump. 164, the US has become a dumping ground for everybody else's problems. Donald Trump. 165, we will be a country of generosity and warmth, but we will also be a country of law and order. Donald Trump. 166, we will seek friendship and goodwill with the nations of the world, but we do so with the understanding that it is the right of all nations to put their own interests first. Donald Trump. 167, you have to blast to build in Manhattan, and the buildings went up in Manhattan because of the power of that bedrock. Once you dig that foundation, and they dig with dynamite, and once you dynamite out and you secure that foundation, that building isn't going anywhere. Donald Trump. 168, from this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this moment on, it's going to be America first. Donald Trump. 169, I could never have imagined that firing 67 people on national television would actually make me more popular, especially with the younger generation. Donald Trump. 170, on January 21st of 2017, the day after I take the oath of office, Americans will finally wake up in a country where the laws of the United States are enforced. We are going to be considerate and compassionate to everyone, but my greatest compassion will be for our own struggling citizens. Donald Trump. 171, we will reinforce old alliances and form new ones and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism, which we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth. Donald Trump. 172, have a great company. I employ thousands of people, and I'm very proud of the job I did. Donald Trump. 173, we will be protected by the great men and women of our military and law enforcement, and, most importantly, we are protected by God. Donald Trump. 174, first and foremost, I'm a real estate person, and that's what I love the most. Donald Trump. 175, I shake hands very gladly. Politically, I don't think you could be a politician if you didn't shake hands. Donald Trump. 176, I've become very successful over the years. I think I own among the greatest properties in the world. Donald Trump. 177, it's a great thing when you can show that you've been successful, and that you've made a lot of money, and that you've employed a lot of people. Donald Trump. 178, I would say that I bought the land under which Trump Tower sits while playing golf. Donald Trump. 179, when I see the crumbling roads and bridges, or the dilapidated airports, or the factories moving overseas to Mexico, or to other countries, I know these problems can all be fixed, but not by Hillary Clinton, only by me. Donald Trump. 180, when I see the crumbling roads and bridges, or the dilapidated airports, or the factories moving overseas to Mexico, or to other countries, I know these problems can all be fixed, but not by Hillary Clinton, only by me. Donald Trump. 181, every decision on trade, on taxes, on immigration, on foreign affairs, will be made to benefit American workers and American families. We must protect our borders from the ravages of other countries making our products, stealing our companies, and destroying our jobs. Protection will lead to great prosperity and strength. Donald Trump. 182, I love Wisconsin. It's a great place. Donald Trump. 183, windmills are going to be the death of Scotland and even England if they don't do something about them. They are ruining the countryside. Donald Trump. 184, the debt limits have to come down. The whole world of debt has to be changed as far as this country is concerned. We have to create jobs, and we have to create them rapidly, because if we don't, things are just going to head in a direction that's going to be almost impossible to recover from. Donald Trump. 185, years ago, predicted that Iran would take over Iraq. Iran and Iraq used to fight back and forth. Donald Trump. 186, I describe Jeb Bush as a low-energy individual, and unfortunately for him, that stuck. And it's true, he's a low-energy person. That doesn't make him a bad person. Donald Trump, 187. Hillary Clinton may be the most corrupt person ever to seek the presidency. Donald Trump, 188. The interesting thing is that everyone in golf is just nice. You learn a lot about people playing golf, their integrity, how they play under pressure. Donald Trump, 189. If you get good ratings, they'll cover you even if you have nothing to say. Donald Trump, 190. The early versions of Shell's Wonderful World of Golf were great. It's sort of interesting. As it progressed, it became worse and worse. But the early versions were really fantastic with Jimmy Demaret and Gene Sarazen. They were classics. Donald Trump, 191. Everything I do in life is framed through the view of a businessman. That's my instinct. If I go into a pharmacy to buy shaving cream, then I'm going to look for the best deal on shaving cream. Donald Trump, 192. People might not think that, but the Republicans have all of the cards. And this is the time to get rid of Obamacare. This is the time to make the great deal. Donald Trump, 193. What I speak to Mitt Romney about is jobs. What I speak to Mitt Romney about is China. Because he's got a great view on China and how they're trying to destroy our country by taking our jobs and making our product and manipulating their currency, so that it makes it almost impossible for our companies to compete. Donald Trump, 194. I will tell you this, I have fun, a lot of fun with The Apprentice, when I did the books, and now we have a book out. And all the time, books are prestigious, but there's sort of nothing like having the big hot show on television. Donald Trump, 195. I always look at it that I work with my employees as opposed to them working for me. Donald Trump, 196. I think I was born with the drive for success because I have a certain gene. Donald Trump, 197. Ever since The Apprentice, my life has gotten so much busier. Donald Trump, 198. Obamacare is, number one, and maybe least importantly, it's costing the country a fortune. Donald Trump, 199. If I don't get along with Democrats, I'm sort of, like, out of business. Donald Trump, 200.to me love real estate because you can feel it. Donald Trump, 201. We've had soldiers that were so badly hurt and killed. I want their families to get something. Donald Trump, 202.do not let anyone tell you it cannot be done. No challenge can match the heart and fight and spirit of America. We will not fail. Our country will thrive and prosper again. Donald Trump, 203. I get a lot of credit for comb-overs, but it's not really a comb-over. It's sort of a little bit forward and back. I've combed it the same way for years. Same thing, every time. Donald Trump, 204. Speeches are much easier if you read them. I just find when I do that, it's harder to fire up the crowd. Donald Trump, 205. We will get our people off of welfare and back to work rebuilding our country with American hands and American labor. Donald Trump, 206. One of the reasons that New York became great was that it's serviced by many, many different rivers and waterways. You have the Atlantic Ocean connected virtually right to it, and it's serviced by the East River and the Hudson River and lots of tributaries. Donald Trump, 207.so to all Americans, in every city near and far, small and large, from mountain to mountain, and from ocean to ocean. Hear these words. You will never be ignored again. Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny, and your courage and goodness and love will forever guide us along the way. Donald Trump, 208. We need intelligence in this country. We need a certain toughness in this country, or we're going to end up like a lot of the other places, and we're not going to have a country left. Donald Trump, 209. Hillary Clinton has perfected the politics of personal profit and theft. She ran the State Department like her own personal hedge fund, doing favors for oppressive regimes, and many others, in exchange for cash. Donald Trump, 210. Sure. I'd like to see apples built in the United States, not built in China. I'd like to see them have factories in the United States. At least partially. They make nothing in the United States, virtually. Donald Trump, 211. We need a great president. Donald Trump, 212. I've created tens of thousands of jobs over the years. Donald Trump.